Good morning. You are listening to Superhuman Channel Talk Radio. I'm your host, Todd Smith, aka Mass Avenger. And today I want to share with you all today's word, one of the pre-sequel of, this series that I've been doing about, let me say it correctly. Cinematic gameplay. This is the third one that I'm sharing, but this one I'm talking about is about game development, and I want to share that with you all today. The difference between Uncharted 4 on the PS4 and Rise of the Tomb Raider on Xbox One. Rise of the Tomb Raider will be released this year of 2015, and you have Uncharted being released of March of 2016. And what I've been doing, I've been looking at both games. I've been online just to see the trailer. And what I want to do, I want to recap, and not only recap, but what I got out of both of these trailers. And I'm going to start a little bit with Tomb Raider a little bit. And like I said, I got 10 minutes to finish this off. And if I stumble my words, audience correct me. Fans correct me if I'm saying these things wrong. And I don't mind being corrected. But what I got out of Tomb Raider, when this graphic development, I began to see this game, start playing in with the cinematic gameplay. And I'm here to tell you, man, Rise of the Tomb Raider for the Xbox One is a beautiful game. It's just breathtaking how they did the graphics in the game when they come down to the snow, the fire, and it's just like the four elements of the weather, and then the textures that you see on the ground when they come down to the dust, to the dirt, when they come down to all the nature that surround Laura Croft. And I'm very amazed how they did this game. Wish it should have been like that before Uncharted before Uncharted came out. That's one thing I was kind of was impressed about. What I heard from news source for N4G that I can't get the name of this company, but I know Square Enix turned around and helped, made Tomb Raiders. But at the same time, Crystal Dynamite actually said, far that I know, like I said, we share your news feed, we share your news source. But I found out they say that the that the cut scenes is not in 1080p. Of course not. If it's tied in with the game, if the cinematic is tied in with gameplay, it's not going to be like that. It's not going to be like, like when God of War came out for the PS2. You had a beautiful cinematic. Then when you go to gameplay, it looked totally different. No, it's not going to look like that. What it's going to be is it's going to be the cinematic finally tied in with the gameplay, which Tomb Raider should have been like that from the beginning. Just like I was, talking about Uncharted, collection. After I saw the Uncharted, remaster collection on the PS4, I was very amazed how they did that game, and I saw it through great details how they really done that game. But I share that in one of the series that I just talked about when it come down to cinematic gameplay. So it's in 1 and 2. But the thing I want to share is about Uncharted. Let me get to Uncharted now. Versus Tomb Raider on the PS4. That game is beautiful. One thing I love about Uncharted, not only the graphics is breathtaking, but Sony came up with this idea, when they, released Uncharted for the PS3. And I remember in the time when they were, was talking about it, when they were launching the PS3 and, through Naughty Dog, and people didn't understood what they was talking about. People didn't understood, about the cinematic gameplay, is tied in with the game. They didn't understood that when you playing the game. They didn't understood that at first, but I called on, but slow. Now I getting to see the fruits of that. Even when I saw it, like I said before, and I shared before, and I said again, my experience that I saw it in God of War, 3 and Ratchet and Clank, all the other games that they was tied in game, cinematic with the gameplay. And what I've been seeing with Uncharted, it's been a total masterpiece. This game is so beautiful, man. I was like, man, I saw they had this long trailer, and I guess they showed it at the PlayStation conference in Paris that's happened a few weeks ago, or lesser than that. I can't remember. I can't recall, but I remember tuning in. But when they showed Uncharted, 4, how beautiful, not only how beautiful the game is, but when you see that game, when you on a chase scene with a car, with a motorcycle and truck, chase scenes, you would be amazed. And not only that, but you feel the characters. You feel Drake, what he think in the story. You feel what Elena. They made Elena more beautiful than the other 3 series that they did. I'm talking about they made her beautiful, Elena beautiful. And also at the same time, what they did with the Uncharted series, they got his brother in the series, being introduced to the series, which I believe he's not gonna last long. I believe there's a possibility that he can be a traitor in the series of Uncharted. But how they did it, it was so beautiful. How they put the characters together to interact with each other. You actually can feel the characters. With Tomb Raiders, I haven't seen that yet, with Lara Croft. But when with dealing with Uncharted, you actually can feel the characters, and not only feel the characters, but the gameplay that come along with the characters. So what Sony is doing in their house, when it come down to graphic design, and when it come down, and when it come down to storyline, they make it believable as possible. And that's why I love both of them, and like I said, for me to able to get to know Rise of the Tomb Raider, I had to play it. And for this game was the first game that came out on a PlayStation platform, on a PlayStation 1 platform. And I wish they had kept it with Sony. It's good that Square Enix have, Lara Croft, Tomb Raiders, but it's been good as Sony would have, would kept a hold of it, even though it wasn't Sony's in the first place. And the game would turn around and be more, you would feel more deeper with Lara Croft versus Drake, the Uncharted series. You feel more of them characters. So I had to share these things, man, and I'm here to tell you, man, you need to check out how both of these games are. You have to check out Uncharted full trailer. You have to check it out. It's online, it's on YouTube. Check it out and then leave your comments, what you think about it. But also at the same time, you have to check out, Lara Croft, Rise of the Tomb Raider that be released, this holiday season. But you give your judgment and your thoughts about it. Well, I'm sharing is my opinion, what I think about the whole game. And I'm not trying to be all over the place, but far that I seen that Uncharted is the most solid game to me, not because it's a PS4 exclusive. It's because of a few things, not only because of the graphic design, but also, the car and truck and all this other chase scenes that's going on. And also you can feel the characters' emotions, and even though they AI, but it feels just like a movie, just like you go in a theater and watch a movie. And that's what Uncharted feel unto me, and with these families connected together and vice versa. But check it out and then leave your comments for what you think about it. And then another thing I want to share with you all before you go, in the month of December, Sony is actually releasing another press conference called PlayStation Experience that will be released in December the 5th and 6th. So I'll be tuning in for that on YouTube, and then give my comments for what I think about it. So there you have it. My name is Todd Smith, aka Master Avenger. You are listening to Superhuman Channel Talk Radio. Man, I thank you all for your support, and thank you all for tuning in, and I'm looking for hearing more from you all. Thank you.